Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one is going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead and another ranking list. This one is my top 10 least favorite all-time episodes of the main Walking Dead. Alright guys, this is going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead and another top 10 list for today. We did do a couple days ago the top 10 best episodes, or at least my favorite episodes of The Walking Dead. And now we're going to switch things up and do what are the top 10 worst episodes of The Walking Dead. So, obviously this list, it definitely pains me to make a list like this because I love the show so much. But at the same time, I feel like The Walking Dead has definitely contributed on both sides of the argument here. I feel like there have been a lot of just phenomenal episodes of The Walking Dead, but there also have been episodes like this where I feel like it's definitely enough to make a list for sure. So we'll get into some honorable mentions and then we'll get into the actual top 10. So let's get just straight into it. So honorable mentions, we got 5. First one is 30 Days Without an Accident. I really did not like this premiere. As a premiere, I think it's really weird with the, the crazy lady and some of the storylines there at the prison, the beginning of the flu arc, just really not my episode at all. I really did not like it, and especially for a premiere, it really did not intrigue me. When usually premieres for Walking Dead usually intrigue me, this one didn't. I just felt this one to be very lackluster. Another one is Welcome to the Tombs. This one is the season 3 finale. I really do not enjoy this episode. I think it's a very disappointing kind of end to the Governor War. Obviously, Too Far Gone kind of paid off, but this one did not. I didn't like that they killed Andrea. I didn't like the usage of the character. I did not like the final battle with the governor and Woodbury and him killing his own man, and it really did not make a whole lot of sense to me. As well as another one is Iaina Judas, which this one I just felt to be filler. I mean, it's literally a road trip with Andrea. She meets up with Rick's group, and that's just basically that. She just goes back to the governor anyway, and there's basically barely any plot, moving stuff in that episode. It's really a filler episode to me. Another one is When the Dead Come Knocking. I really didn't like this episode either. I found this to be a really slow kind of build-up episode to Made to Suffer, and you would constantly have these scenes where Merle is beating up Glenn, which I thought to be very interesting, but then every 2 seconds it would be interrupted by Mr. Coleman. I'm like, I don't want to see Mr. friggin' Coleman. Like, seriously, we've already seen enough Mr. Coleman in another friggin' Walking Dead show. I don't want to see Mr. Coleman, so I don't know. It's really, really annoying. That episode really got on my nerves. And the final one we'll put on here is season 4, episode 6, Live Baits. I really enjoy the Governor second episode, but the first one, I'll admit, is very dull, and it also, I feel like, could have been crammed into episode 7. I don't really see the need for it to be 2 episodes, so that one's definitely an honorable mention as well. But now let's get into the actual top 10. Number 10 is going to go to Season 8's Episode 7, Time for After. This is a very frustrating episode for me in a lot of different levels. Eugene just pisses me off the entire episode, acting like a selfish moron to Gabriel, to Dwight, to everybody else. I mean, he's just so cocky, it's actually annoying. And you've got Daryl in this one that does this stupid plan of ramming the truck through the sanctuary where they have barely any fighters, and they can clearly then get out, killing innocent workers on the damn floor. I mean, seriously, Daryl is such an idiot this episode. He's so dumb, and honestly, it really shows. And as well as Rick at the junkyard, I mean, what are you doing? Like, they already turned on you once. Like, why are you recruiting them again? And guess what? Episode 8, they just run out on you in the opening minutes. Like, it's so stupid where this plot goes. There's literally nothing in this episode I can say I like. I mean, the only thing I could say that, makes sense in this episode is Dwight. Dwight actually speaks facts. That's it. Number 9 is going to go to Season 10, Episode 18, Find Me. This episode was another one of them kind of like COVID episodes where, you kind of had, kind of a bit of just random stuff with Daryl. He's out in the woods. He falls in love. You find out that's where Dog came from, and I mean, end of story. I mean, it's very just bland. It's very simple. They kind of like keep cutting between timelines and do these weird pans and stuff. And you've got like this argument with Daryl and Carol in this one, and the whole episode just takes place in the frickin' forest. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's not my episode. It's really, really not my episode at all. Coming in at number 8 is going to be Season 10, Episode 2, We Are the End of the World. I really was not all that thrilled with this episode whatsoever. I mean, here's the thing. I would have enjoyed a Alpha backstory. Don't get me wrong. And I want to make sure I specify, like, that's not what I'm, upset about. I'm definitely appreciative that we got an Alpha backstory. Here's the problem, though, is that literally the whole episode is about Gamma and her killing her sister. And, you got Alpha, which Samantha Morton's acting really lacked in this one for me. She's my daughter and she's my baby. I mean, it's just like, it's cringe, man. Honestly, I'm sorry. Ryan Hurst was really good, though. I did like his performance in this one. And I will say, like, the overall performance was good, but it was a really, really dull episode. The Whispers, they do not talk much. They don't have much dialogue, so it did not make for the most entertaining episode in the world. And I don't really care for the Gamma character, so that's another reason why this episode just kind of lacked for me, to be honest. But I don't know. And it's also a bottle episode immediately after a season premiere, which I find to be a really weird placement for that. Because we're coming off of, the season premiere, and we're coming off of Fear the Walking Dead 5B, and we jump right into season 10, and 2 episodes in, we have this episode with barely any talking and a whisper episode. I really don't enjoy it, and also, I just don't really see the purpose of it, I mean, Alpha, okay, yeah, that's how she gets bait on her side, but it's like, did we really need to see that? Like, I don't know. There was still so much mystery left that I just found it to be very just unnecessary, to be honest. Number 7 is going to go to Season 11, Episode 11, Rogue Elements. Yes, we have a Season 11 episode in this list. I do not like this episode whatsoever. Look, like I said, Eugene is very good, but I must say the plot is god-awful. I cannot stand the fake Stephanie twist. I cannot stand the Shira character. Drunken Eugene trying to find his girlfriend the whole episode. You've got Connie and Kelly messing around in Mercer's business. You got random scenes where you'll cut and then all of a sudden some of the Commonwealth soldiers are in like rough shape and getting attacked by walkers. It's like, where did this come from? And you've got Mr. Mother Puss Bucket over here, the Carol Rat's out, this goofy guy with this weird hat and the poppies. No, really bad episode. And honestly, even the twist at the end, like, I was the one that you were talking to on the radio. Yeah, oh my god, I'm so freaking surprised. I'm so surprised that I can't even believe that I never guessed it, seeing how you guys announced that she played the Stephanie character and that the actress for Shira played a character named Shira. Yeah, I mean, that's really good. They literally put the actress for Shira as Stephanie, even though they told us that the actress for Max was the one doing the voice lines in Season 10. I mean, like, you expect me to be surprised about that? That was a tremendous fail on Walking Dead's part. Number 6 is Season 7, Episode 3, The Cell. Oh my god, man. This episode was actual torture. Literally, too. Like I said, this is why I don't like the episode. It's annoying. Daryl, his plot, it's not interesting. It's really frustrating to watch, and not even in a good way either. We barely see anything in the Sanctuary. Negan is, like, only there for, like, 2 scenes. Very underused in the episode. Dwight's plot is the most interesting, I'll say. But here's the problem, is that they literally cut out so much of it. If you go back and watch the Season 7 trailer again, you'll actually notice that there's a lot of clips from that's missing. And when you watch the episode, it's confusing as hell. Why is his bike messed up? Why is he all beat the frig up? Why is, one scene like this, and then the next scene he's, like, all hurt, and then the next scene he runs into the guy? Where'd the guy come from? Like, it's so all over the place, and it's because they cut so much of it out, which I'll never understand why they did that. It makes absolutely no sense. Number 5 is going to go to Season 8, Episode 6, The King, the Widow, and Rick. I mean, where do I even start with this episode? This is national stupidity episode. I mean, seriously. So many dumb decisions. Carl going out there helping Sadiq when he does not have to. Ezekiel not even, like, doing a darn thing, just sitting there the entire episode. Jesus capturing saviors that clearly are a problem. You've got Rosita and Michonne. You've got the scene where Michonne kicks the ball and then they start fighting these guys. You've got Daryl and Tara making a plan to go on and kill Dwight, separate from the mission, because apparently that's the thing to do. You got Rick that goes to the trash people and clearly gets himself caught. I mean, what did you think they were going to do? They already turned on you. Like, there's so much stupidity this episode, it's not even funny. I find the episode to be so frustrating and honestly just does not make any simple sense at all. Number 4 is Season 10, Episode 21, Diverged. This episode was just pointless. I mean, it's that simple. That's why it's one of the worst. It's such a pointless episode. You got Daryl in the woods, and he finds stuff, and you got Carol, she makes a soup. That's it. That's literally the episode. Let's keep going, because that episode, there's not much to say about it. It doesn't make any sense. It's a really pointless episode. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Hostiles and Calamities, Season 7, Episode 11. Oh my god, what did they do with this episode? Honestly, this is such a boring episode. You've got Eugene the entire time becoming a savior. You've got Dwight reading one of Sherry's letters, throwing the doctor under the bus. Somehow Negan thinks that the doctor is connected to Sherry, which, okay. Even though Dwight is standing right there, you think he would have suspected Dwight, but okay. And Eugene joins. He's Stone Cold Negan, and that's basically the episode. I mean, it's Eugene does some science tricks. I mean, it's just nothing to me, honestly. It's really nothing. Number 2 is going to be the very next episode, as a matter of fact. Season 7, Episode 12, Say Yes. What a cringe-worthy episode. The way, I never thought I would see an episode of The Walking Dead that actually made me feel cringe. Like, when I saw Rick and when I saw Michonne, the way they, talk, it's very cringy. Like, we can do this. I know we can. Like, it's really weird. It's a really weird episode. And you've got Rosita in this one that finds a toy gun. She starts blaming Gabriel just for God knows what, for no apparent reason whatsoever. She goes on a solo mission and tries to kill Negan with Sasha, because that's real frickin' smart. You've got Tara the entire episode struggling on whether or not she should tell Rick about Oceanside, because for some reason we got to drag that plot out as well too. And throughout the whole episode, we have a CGI deer, terribly looking. We've got Jadis that says, oh, by the way, not enough guns, you got to go out again and find more. It's like, so did we make any progression in the plot here whatsoever? Like, seriously, what is this episode? Like, look, the only scene I can say was somewhat okay was Rick saying, like, it's not about us anymore, it's about our future. That scene's okay. But everything else was god-awful. I'm sorry. It is such a boring, cringy, annoying, barely even a plot for an episode. I mean, it's really, really bad. And my all-time least favorite episode of the entire main Walking Dead, Beth fans, get out of here. You know how I feel about Beth Green. Number 1, Slaptown, Season 5, Episode 4. I hate the Beth character. I hate the hospital storyline. I hate Dawn as a villain. I hate the doctor character. I hate the cop storyline. I hate the idea of a group of villains immediately after what we just witnessed with the, Terminus people. There is literally nothing I like in this entire episode. I don't like Noah. I don't like Dawn. I don't like Beth. I don't like the hospital. I don't like any of this stuff. The music sucked. The action was weird. It was executed wrong. Carol coming in. I mean, I guess that's intriguing, I guess, even though it's there for the last 5 freaking seconds. I mean, good lord, this is by far my least favorite episode of the entire series. It has my least favorite character of the whole show. It is my least favorite plot of the whole show. It is a bottle episode of my least favorite character and plot of the whole show. I mean, it's everything I wouldn't want to see in a Walking Dead episode. So that's my least favorite episode. Now let me know in the comment section below. What is your top 10 list for worst episodes of The Walking Dead? I definitely want to hear that from you guys in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos for The Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walk TV, subscribe, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for another video for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
My God, no!